Hey, how doing again, gang? So I am Bobby from Get to the Point Services, Get to the Point Movers. I am a moving broker, and what a moving broker does is a moving broker is like a salesperson, right? We are the ones that, like I said, when you call, we're the ones that you talk to initially. And what we do is, and what my job is when I'm talking to a customer on the phone, is to get all the information that they're providing in terms of moving. So therefore, when I take all that information as far as the stuff that you're going to be moving, your pick up and drop off location, by taking all that information, I give you a quote. Now for me, we don't do hourly, right? For me, what I do, we do flat rate. That meaning that I take, inventory of everything that's going to happen on moving day, and then I look at the market, what the market dictates, and then I make a quote, and that quote is going to pretty much be the quote that you're gonna pay. There won't be any for us. We don't do hidden fees. Everything is straightforward. And also, what I remind customers is we have to stay on script. So that means that every information that you give me when we're on the phone, that's the information that I'm going to forward to my driver. So when they show up, they're expecting to take X amount of stuff, and they're going to go from A and they're going to go to B. And as long as everything stays on script, then what I quote you is what you're going to pay, not a penny more, right? And that's how I do it. Because for me, when I was a mover, that's how we operated. Because for me, at that point in time, it made me go in, get the job done, go. Not dragging my foot, not trying to milk the cow, so to speak, to try to get more money, but to go in, do a job and go. Because in the summertime, sometimes it gets really busy. Sometimes I have another move to do on that day, or I have something booked later on that evening. So for me, it is very, very important for me to go in, get the job done, and then I can free up myself for the rest of the afternoon if I got any last minute calls, or I have another move to do on that day. Because in a busy moving season, which is primarily around July to August, there's a lot of moving going on, right? So for me, I have to make sure that I get everything done so I can free up my time to do whatever I want to do in the afternoon. I take the same concept and bring it over as a moving broker now, where I just make sure that everything is flat rate. The customer knows what they're going to pay. The driver knows what they're going to make, so they have to make sure they're working within parameters of whatever time that is allotted, right? Now, obviously, even though there's a book time, there's also, a buffer time in between where we have to make sure that things are get done. Because if it's gone way over and it's going way late in the night, we have to also assess that. The driver themselves also have to assess that. Do I want to make this longer than I'm going to have to end up working later, or do I want to make sure that everything is done within that range? And I myself, as a moving broker, has to make sure that I am also quoting the move that actually going to make sense, because we have to make sure at the end of the day that the driver themselves are being taken care of as far as the type of work that they put in, the amount of time that they're going to put in, that it makes sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, then the driver won't do it, and it will be a problem. So my job is to assess the whole situation, and I always encourage customers to be very, very transparent with me and don't withhold information. Because when you withhold information, that can be a problem on moving day. Because if you minimize what you're going to have to move, and then when my drivers show up, there's a whole mountain of stuff that wasn't being told or shared with me, then that's going to be a problem. And in a previous video, I talked about when price can be subjected to change because the customer weren't being transparent. Okay, so that's what I want to say on this video. If you have any questions or you want to book with me, I'm going to leave my email in the below here, so you can reach out to me. I can give you a quote, I can book for a move, whatever you want in regards to move. My information is going to be there. You can email me, and I'll be glad to take your call or answer your email. Okay, so that being said, folks, I want to thank you for taking this time. Take care. I'll see you on next video.